I've been gone for a couple of days. Long enough.
What is up, my fellow hip hop heads and music lovers in general? My name is G-Vans and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Special Request Thursdays. Once again, two uploads as always, so uh, get excited for those double uploads today. That's, yeah, I don't got anything else to say. I thought I had something else to say, but no. So let's get right into it. This is the start where I start reviewing the Young Sinatra series. So yeah, get excited. So for this video, I'm going to review Logic's second mixtape entitled Young Sinatra, the first ever Young Sinatra album. It came out, I believe, somewhere in September, somewhere in September of 2011. I want to say. I'm not entirely sure. I don't really remember dates that well. But this album would be, how can I say this? This is pretty much this mixtape is pretty much the beginning of what is considered one of Logic's most popular series ever, and what is considered the very very best of Logic. Um, so yeah, that's a I think that's a pretty fair statement to make. Not saying that Logic's what's it called? Not trying to say that like Logic's new shit is like bad, but like after listening to the mixes, I just gotta agree that people. I just gotta agree when people say that this is his best work yet. I just realized Confessions of a Dangerous Mind by Logic comes out tomorrow or tonight at midnight. So hey, get hyped. Um, so okay, what can I say about Young Sinatra? First things first. My initial like not initial reaction, but like history with me in this mixtape. I never listened to any of the Young Sinatra like old mixtapes because it's not that I didn't know who Logic was. I definitely heard of him. I just like didn't bother to listen to him. Like I said, I got into Logic around 2017 when I was a senior in high school, and that's when Everybody came out. But before that, that's when I listened to Under Pressure and The Incredible True Story, and I was like, you know what, like I kind of fuck with this. Um, but let me just say that I have friends, two specific friends that have told me so many times that they kind of don't like the fact that Logic calls himself Young Sinatra because um, it's not because they find it like annoying or something, but it's like they just feel that what's it called? They just feel that they think that Logic has like the biggest balls ever to like try to compare himself to somebody as influential, somebody as great as Young Sinatra. Um, like I guess trying to pretend that he's as great as him, which I don't think that's the case here. I never thought that was the case, but I understood where they came from. One of my very good friends, he is like really into like the 50s and like the 60s. So like he really loves music from that era. Young Sinatra is one of his favorites. So he gets like really like mad when to hear that he called himself Young Sinatra at some point. My other friend, he just feels that he feels the same way, but like he mostly feels that if Frank Sinatra was still alive and he heard like Logic call himself Young Sinatra, is like he would be like very very fucking pissed off at him, like maybe even have Logic killed. That's what my friend said. And every time they would bring like that argument to me, I would always tell them that maybe he's just like, I don't know. I think I would always say that maybe Logic is just trying to like pay respect to Frank Sinatra, because I'm pretty sure Frank Sinatra was like was like his biggest inspiration in music. And whenever I said that, they will hit me back with the arguments of like, if that's the case, then if that's the case, then why did he make hip hop and not like classical jazz like Frank Sinatra did? Or I don't know what kind of like what what genre Frank Sinatra like is placed in. I want to say that sort of jazz like swing. I guess it could be called like that. So every time they said that, I was like, yeah, I don't understand it either. But after listening to Young Sinatra and the rest of the Young Sinatra series, I think I finally get it. You see, every besides Young Sinatra 4, that actually has his it actually has Logic's face in Young Sinatra 4. But before that, in all three of the first Young Sinatra Undeniable, and Young Sinatra Welcome to Forever, each album cover has a like picture of Frank Sinatra when he was young, um, which every album cover tells a story of Logic's life, which I will get to that in each album. For this album for Young Sinatra, he he pretty much he has a picture of Frank Sinatra like getting like, I think he's getting a mugshot pretty much, like he's about to go to jail. Um, I think that's Frank Sinatra when he was young. I don't know if Logic himself did that. I want to say that's Frank Sinatra, so I'll just keep on saying it. Um, but that album cover has Frank Sinatra taking a mugshot, a mugshot about to go to jail. So this album pretty much is Logic talking about his like past problems, like problems he had with the police, um, you know growing up around like gangs at some point, and just how he was at some point like a troublemaker. uh Logic lived in a Section 8 household, so it's like, obviously he witnessed a lot of shit. um and and I don't think Logic ever like labeled himself as a gangster, although he has said many times that like his energy is something that nobody sees. So like maybe it's like, so maybe there was a point in his life where he starts like talking about where he starts like having all these like gang problems, like he got in trouble with the police once. um let's see what else. I'm trying to sorry, my dog's barking on distracted me. um but he's like pretty much talking about like everything he did. I don't he never killed anyone, but he stole a lot of shit sometimes. He like just did anything he could do to like get some food in his stomach, to like get some money, because like I said in the last video, I don't know if I said this before yet, but he had like, he was homeless at some point. He ran away from home, or he moved out at some point. So it's like, he was homeless at some point. So it's like, when you're homeless and you're out of options, what can you do? Like, obviously when you're out of options, you don't really want to do bad shit, but like sometimes you have no choice. So that's pretty much like the gist of the album. I really like all the like different like beats that he uses. Like, he uses the instrumentals from like Outkast, and just like different artists in general. I don't know if he ever produced like any of these mixtapes. I imagine he did. Living by himself. But Young Sinatra is pretty much like an introduction to a saga that is like gonna be like to a saga that will like define who he is, not only as an artist, as a lyricist, but just as a person in general. He tells a different story each time, and he's just being open about his life. Like, most people aren't like comfortable with talking about their past, so like I really appreciate that Logic like talks about that he wasn't always a perfect person. He likes to preach peace, love, and positivity all the time, but even a person that preaches all that peace and love shit all the time is like has gone and has done a lot of like a lot of like bad shit sometimes. He's definitely not a perfect human being, and it just pretty much shows all of us that it doesn't matter how happy you can get, or it doesn't matter like how perfect you can be. No one is ever perfect, and this album really shows people, that it's okay to not be perfect. People make mistakes sometimes, but always remember that the mistakes that you made do not define who you are. It's how you learn from them and grow from them that defines who you are and defines if you're a good person or not. Um, so so yeah, that I think that's a pretty good message to take away from this album and this video. Um, and with that being said, I think that's pretty much all I can say about Young Sinatra right now. So uh, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the review. Go ahead and follow me on Instagram down below. As always, go ahead and follow Logic on Instagram down below. Go show him some love. Confessions of a Dangerous Mind comes out tomorrow, so get hyped for that. I will definitely review that. And with that being said, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next upload, and don't forget to stay happy.
Step into the mind of a young man.